Hey besties, what's up? That was so stupid, I'm so sorry. Hey, what's up? Today I am doing my February book wrap up. I read 5 whole books, and that is a personal best for me, and I'm very proud of myself. I know people get on this website like, I read 24 books this month and it was just such a bad reading month. I can't believe I read so few books, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, I should restart this video. People get on this website and they just read like so many books a month, and that's not my journey in life. I have too many other hobbies and I have ADHD. So I'm never gonna be one of those people who reads a million books a month. So 5, pretty proud of myself. And it was like a really good reading month content wise as well, because before I read Lord of the Flies, the lowest rated book was a 4. So I feel like that's pretty good. But also, like, I don't have a rating system. I feel like my ratings are just based on vibes. So yeah, let me know if you have a reading system or if you're like me and it's just fully based on vibes. Let's hop in because I have fully lost the plot of this video at this point. So the first book I read was Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and I knew nothing really going into this other than that it was about like dragons in a war college. And I'm not a fantasy girly. Like, I'm just not. That's not my journey in life. It's too much of a commitment, and I have commitment issues, and they're just so long. And like, I'm not trying to get into like a 12-book series every time I want to read a book, you know? So fantasy is just not my journey in life. That said, I did give Fourth Wing 5 stars. So I know that everybody has read and loves Fourth Wing. So there's not much that I can say at this point that hasn't already been said or that you haven't already heard. But yeah, it was an easy 5-star for me. I'm reading Iron Flame right now, so I'll let you know how that goes. There's a man who just let a dog relieve himself in my yard while I'm sitting in here with the window open, screaming about how much I love Fourth Wing. And I just looked over and he was just like staring at me. So anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. That was a full trauma experience. But yeah. Okay, so what I love about Fourth Wing is that it doesn't necessarily feel like a fantasy. It feels like Hunger Games and Divergent, and like there just happens to be dragons, you know? So I loved the world building. I love the characters. I don't know if this is controversial. Obviously, I ship Zaddy and Violet, but is it controversial to say that I ship Liam and Violet? I don't know. So yeah, anyway, I loved Fourth Wing. There's not much new that I can add to the conversation at this point, but I'm not a fantasy girly and I gave it 5 stars. My mom's not a fantasy girly. She gave it 5 stars. So if you're not a fantasy person, but you like dystopians, give this a try. Next, I read Blackout, which is an anthology series. Not a series, an anthology book. And well, I guess it actually is kind of a series because there is a second one called Whiteout. But the authors are Danielle Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, and Nicola Yoon. And it follows 6 different interconnected stories during a blackout in New York City. And this book was so charming. I just loved it. I gave it 4 stars because there were some stories that I liked better than others, but it was a really cute book. And I really, really want to read Whiteout. I believe that's during a snowstorm. I don't know if it takes place in New York City and follows the same characters or not, but I really do want to pick. Popsicle has entered the chat. I want to start this video over so bad, but I'm not going to, because I'm trying to get in this mindset where not everything needs to be perfect that I post. Again, no idea what I was saying, but I really enjoyed this book. It was really cute. I liked most of the stories and I was very invested. There were some that I wish had been a little longer, but overall, very cute book, 4 stars. Next up, I have Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. This book was so cute. So obviously it's a chess romance, and I know nothing about chess. I've tried to play chess and it's just not my journey in life, but now I want to be a chess girly. Like, ever since I read this book, I'm freaking watching chess theory videos and like watching chess playthroughs. I'm just fully in a chess girly era, and it's all because of this book. It was very cliche, of course. I mean, it's a YA romance. It's going to be cliche, but I just loved the characters so much, and I thought that it was such a cute story. So I really don't know anything that I've said up to this point in this video. So sorry if I'm being repetitive, but Mallory and Nolan are the freaking cutest. I can't handle it. I loved this book. If you like cheesy rom-coms, give this a read. Even if you don't like chess. If you don't like chess and you think you won't like the subject material, you will, and then you're gonna become a chess girly. Just watch. Next we have my beloved Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. And this is what I would call a smart people book, and obviously I don't read a lot of smart people books. So I want to start doing that a little bit more this year and reading more classics and everything. So everyone who I've seen review this has said that it's like one of the best books they've ever read, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, can't be that good. But then I picked it up. Immediate 5-star. I will read anything Claire Keegan writes from now on. And allegedly, this isn't even her best book. So I know that when I read Foster, I'm going to be unwell. But this is a very short book, like maybe around 115. And I read this in one sitting. And basically, it takes place in the 80s in a small Irish village, and it's just a little slice of life book. Our protagonist, Bill Furlong, discovers something about the church that runs the town, and he's faced with this moral dilemma of doing the right thing or not making waves and turning a blind eye and just going about his everyday life. And Claire Keegan's writing is just beautiful. It's immaculate. It takes a minute to kind of get in the flow if you're not used to reading like books like this or like Irish literature, which I'm absolutely not. So it took, you know, maybe 10, 20 pages to like get in that rhythm. But her writing is just so beautiful and melodic, and it just has like such a bouncy flow. Like, I can't describe it. It just felt like I was reading a 115 page song. I don't know, but it's just beautiful, gorgeous writing. I'm a Claire Keegan stan now. And again, I know this book is not going to be for everyone, but if you like this kind of thing, you will love, love, love this book. So last but certainly least, we have Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And I feel gaslit by society because why is this book so beloved? I hated this book. Okay, so I got it because I loved Fantastic Land and everyone said that Fantastic Land was just like this. I personally liked Fantastic Land a million times better, and that's probably controversial, but whatever, I don't care. I hated this book. And I feel like this is also such a random book to read in February, but I finished Small Things Like These and I still had a couple days left. So it's like, I can make it to 5 books. Like I can make it to 5 books. So I grabbed this off the shelf because it's so short, and I wish I would have just stuck to 4 books. But yeah, everyone in this book was just annoying. And like, I know that they're like kids, but I don't need to read a 200-page book to know that adolescent boys are fucking annoying. So that's that on that. Sorry that this video was so chaotic. This is going to be an editing nightmare and probably even more of a nightmare to watch, so sorry. But let me know if you want me to do book wrap-ups in the future, because that's something I definitely do want to do, but I don't know how often I'm going to do them because I read like 2 books a month if we're lucky. So I don't know, it might be like bi-monthly or quarterly, I don't know. But yeah, also I did just recently start a Bookstagram. It's at Books for Domi, which is definitely a wordplay on the Blank for Dummies books because I think I'm funny and no one has the heart to tell me that I'm not. So yeah, if you would like, you can follow me there. And also I have a Goodreads and a StoryGraph, which I will link down below if you want to be friends there too. Okay, thank you for watching and hanging out, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later days.